Hello ladies, this is Jamie. I would like to show you how I made this little matchbox journal. Matchbook journal. And I had somebody on one of my subscribers mention that it would be fun to show. And I agree, it would be a lot of fun. So yeah, I thought we would I would show how I make one. So I have a little bit different of a setup. I'm using my camera, or not my camera, my phone. So I'm not one of those measuring type of girls. I don't like to measure. So I have some paper here all ready to go, and I have some matchbook template, I guess, one that I had already made, and I thought it'd be cool to make it out of this science book dictionary paper. So everything's backwards to me. I hope that doesn't show backwards on the video though. But I have pause on this, so I can pause it through the boring parts, or if I have to go get something, and or take a little break, I have a pause button. So that's really cool. So I figured we would start with this piece of paper here. It's kind of big, but I think that's how I want to go. So it's not really hard. All I do is I fold this end up a little bit to where I think it should be. Give it enough space to... And then when I fold this piece down here, I estimate that the staple that I'm going to use will be about here. So I don't want to put this all the way down to the fold. So I want to bring it up a little bit. I don't want to put it all the way down to there. So I want to bring it up a little bit so that I'll have room for the staple and the fold will be correct. So right about there, I think. So there's that much space. So we'll fold that down right there. So like I said, not very hard, but that's what we got. And I have some paper that all it is a sheet of paper, and I folded it in half, and then I went back in and folded it this way, turned it around and folded it back on itself, just to give me some lines to show where I can cut it or rip it. I think for this I'm going to cut it right along the fold lines. I'm not a very straight cutter, but I try my best. So there's one. We have a snow day today, so I didn't have to go to work. So, yeah, it's going to be really bad out there. Well, it is really bad out there. So there, we got our little pieces, and all I do is stack them up, and I give them a fold, just like that, and then we can trim down if we need to trim it shorter from this end or skinnier, but I think we're wide enough. And all I do is where that fold is, I open this up and I stick it right in there. So yeah, we have lots of space on each side, which I don't mind that, but we're gonna need to cut it down a little shorter. So all I do is I leave that folded, stick that in there, and I just kind of estimate where I want to cut it and try to cut a straight line. So I'm going to go about there. And we're a little wonky. I knew we would be. There. So I have a little space up at the top. And so I'll take that back out. Open this up. Get my stapler. And I will stick this in here and try to center it a little bit to where I'd like it. And then we're going to put a staple right here in the middle. I could put one on each side. I don't know. I think one is enough. But you could put, you know, 2 or 3 if you wanted to for the look. But we're just going to put one. So right about there. There, and we have our little book. And it should close. We have enough room there. My phone's ringing, but I'm going to let it go. So yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. And you can decorate it. You can leave it plain for the front. I really like this pattern paper, so I'm going to leave it plain. So I thought we would make one out of a book page also. I have the paper already cut, so all I did was I took the book page. Am I in frame here? I took the book page and folded it in half, and I trimmed the edge a little bit because where I tore it out of the book, it was all raggedy, and I wanted clean edges. So all I'm going to do here is cut up that line. So I have 2 pieces, and I think maybe we'll use this piece because we have a little design there, or a little, it's a moon in the sun, I think. So we'll fold that up like that. And I think I'm going to trim this down because it is quite long. So I'm going to trim it right there to where the words are. And try to keep it straight. Throw that aside. And like I said, we don't want to go all the way down to the fold because we have to leave room for our staple. So I'm going to fold that right about there. I don't know if you can see where the, it's right there in the fold. So we'll fold that. That. And I thought maybe we'll do a little collaging on the front page. So I'll take the stack of papers that I already have made, like I showed you how I did, and we'll stick it in there. Do we have? Yeah, we have to cut it down just a little bit. So I'm gonna close this down. And kind of center that in there. And I want to cut a little bit off the top just so I have, just so it's down a bit and it will fold nicely. There we go. So we have a little space there. So all we have to do is make sure we have that in there kind of centered and give it a staple. And put the staple about there. I don't know if you can see that, where I'm at. Kind of, hopefully it's centered. It looks a little close enough for me. So I'll put that down like that. Okay, I'm going to get my ink so I can ink the edges of that. That's right here, so I don't have to pause yet. So we'll give that a little bit of ink. Just vintage photo. We'll do all around. You could also, if you wanted, you could round those edges. And I think I might do that. I'll just use my scissor. Just give it a rounded edge. Like that. There. So, there's our little matchbook. Okay, so I have to get some papers to collage with, so I'm going to put it on pause for a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, I grabbed some papers to collage with, and I forgot my glue. So I'm going to use a glue stick, just a regular glue stick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up like this. And let's see what I've got. I got some graph paper, book page paper, some, I got like a pile here. A little pile there and a little pile in here in this bag. And I have some paper bag paper or craft paper. I think we'll use a little bit of that. I also have some little, I did some little collage book pages, and I photocopied them, and I like how they come out. They come out pretty cool. And I stitched around the edges. I'm going to put them in a journal that I'm making, so I have those to use. So let's see. I'll put that right there. Yeah, we're supposed to get up to 16 inches of snow today. So that is crazy. Well, it says 8 to 16 inches. And we've already gotten probably, I want to say, maybe 6. And it is blowing, and it's awful out there. Good day to stay home, have some hot cocoa. And I like the ripped edges. Let's see, where should we put this? Right here. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. That's one thing when you do collage, you never know really. Well, with me anyway, I never know how she's going to turn out. Let's do some music. Do some music paper up here. I love using music sheets. Old vintage music paper. I don't know what it is about it, but so that's on the fold, but that's okay. We will make it work. So that's what it will look like so far. And I don't know if I want to do anything across here. maybe I'll just leave that part like that. Let's see, do we have a little flower or something we can put on there? Where's all my, let me look. Let's see, what can we use? What do I got in here? Maybe a ticket or a flower. But I got a ticket there. Maybe we can use that. Let's see what it would look like. I think I want to stick that there. Let me sit back down so I can concentrate here and get in frame. Put a little glue on there and stick that down. Getting it all over my table, but good thing about that is you can use soap and water and clean her off. I'm good at making messes, and it's so much fun to make a mess. Let's see, do we want to use this little coupon? I think we'll throw that on there too. I think. Let's see. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe let's do. What would this flower look like there? If I kind of. Rip around it a little bit. Maybe like that, and we'll stick it on there. Something different. Maybe we'll do the edges too. Just to give it a little frame and make it stand out a little bit. And we'll stick it right on there like that. Let's open it up. And we'll put it right there. How's that? Oops. Runaway cover. Whoops, we gotta get that little edge there. And that edge. So there. There's our little matchbook that we did collaging on. Am I filming? Yes, I am. I thought I forgot to put it back off pause. Okay, so what else? I don't know if I want to do something here or not. I'll be right back. I wonder what this would look like. It looks kind of neat. Maybe. Maybe we'll put that there. We'll use this glue for that. I usually like to use Aleene's tacky glue. It's my favorite. But I got these new little, they're Craft and Bond precision tip glue pens. And they seem to work really well. They stick really nice. Put some glue all on that. Am I in frame? Yep. So we'll do that, and then we'll stick her right on there. Like so. We'll get a little bit of glue seepage, but that's alright. It will dry clear. I went a little heavy-handed on it, I guess. But that's okay. Put the cover on this so that it doesn't dry out on me. So there. Now I don't know whether we should decorate the inside or not. But there you go. That's what she looks like up close and personal. I'll open it up so you can see the bottom. So there. I think I decided that we'll leave the inside blank for just journaling space. Yeah, I usually like to leave them blank for journaling space. I wonder if I should do in here. I gotta cut that corner off. Well, I think I'm gonna leave that too. Or actually, let's put some graph paper on it. Indecisive today, aren't I? I blame it on the storm. Put a piece of graph paper there. So if they want to write more, they can write more, or put a title up there, or anything they want. Because I'm sure this will go inside of one of my journals. Am I on? Yep, I am. I gotta remind myself to stay in frame because I'm not used to doing tutorials, so usually I'm all over the place. There. Some graph paper there. Maybe we'll put a little piece of this down on the bottom. And I don't think I'll ink around the edge of that because I kind of like the white showing through. Where's the fold? There, I'll stick that right there. So it kind of matches the front a little bit with that glue on it. There we go. Alright, thank you ladies so much for watching. I don't know, give me some ideas for little tutorials. I'm just remember I'm new at doing the tutorials, so I don't know, leave me a comment on what you might like to see. And I will try my best to film it, make it, film it. Alright, bye-bye. Have a great week, everybody.